The Chinese entertainment world never seems to run out of surprises, but this time, the surprise comes from two names that always manage to steal the spotlight: Ding Yuxi and Song Qian. Their chemistry in front of the camera is indeed electrifying, but what happens behind the scenes, according to the staff who work with them, is even more shocking and makes many people smile shyly. This isn't just a story about two artists working on a project. It's a story about closeness, care, and the protective attitude of a man who seems unwilling to share the woman he admires with anyone. It all started in the early days when Ding Yuxi and Song Qian began filming together. Many thought their relationship was just a normal professional one, following directions, acting out scenes, and leaving once the cameras were turned off. However, the staff who were around them every day began to notice something different. There was something about the way Ding Yuxi looked at Song Qian that couldn't be explained, a gaze that was too warm for mere colleagues. It wasn't the gaze of a work partner, but rather the gaze of someone who unconsciously noticed every move of the person they liked. Even from the beginning, their interactions felt so natural, as if they had known each other long before the project began. Song Qian, with her friendly personality and positive energy, always made the filming location more lively. But what was interesting was how she became much more relaxed when Ding Yuxi was around. There was an undeniable comfort. The small smile that appeared every time Yushi called her name, the light laughter that only came out when Yushi made a small comment, and the gentle concern that appeared on her face when she saw Yushi looking tired. All of this was noticed by the staff, and slowly but surely, they began to feel that the two had a special bond that even they themselves might not be aware of. However, what made the rumors even wilder was Ding Yuxi's own behavior. He was known as a calm, serious, and very professional person. But when it came to Song Qian, his nature changed slightly. Not in an aggressive or excessive way, but rather in a more protective way. One staff member even said that Yushi was like he had a special radar. Whenever another male actor appeared to be too close or too familiar with Song Qian, he would appear out of nowhere and approach them very subtly. There was no confrontation, no attitude that could be called rude. Just enough physical proximity to signal, "I'm here. Don't get too close." The staff recounted several scenes that made everyone on set smile and glance at each other. For example, when it suddenly rained and the staff rushed to get umbrellas for the artists. Before the umbrella was actually given to Song Qian, Ding Yuxi had already opened it and stepped closer to her. His movements were quick, but still gentle. With one steady step, he shielded Song Qian with the umbrella and made sure that not even a strand of her hair was touched by the rain. No words were spoken, only a small smile from Song Qian and an attentive gaze from Yushi. One of the staff even whispered to his friend, "If the camera wasn't rolling, I would have thought they were filming a romantic scene." Another moment occurred during the lunch break. Everyone knew that Song Qian had certain food preferences, but it seemed that no one knew this better than Ding Yuxi. Every time the break started, Yushi would suddenly appear with snacks or small meals that happened to be Song Qian's favorites. Sometimes he pretended to get the food from the catering department or from other staff, but it wasn't hard for anyone to see that he had deliberately prepared it. There was even a moment when Yushi asked the catering department directly in a soft but clear voice, "What's on the menu for Song Qian later?" The staff who heard it could only stifle a small laugh while looking at each other. They knew this was no ordinary concern. Their interactions increasingly resembled a couple who had known each other for a long time. The way they spoke to each other was so gentle, without tension, without distance. There was a moment when Song Qian almost slipped while walking between technical equipment, and Ding Yuxi, who was standing a few steps behind, immediately moved quickly to hold her arm. His movements were spontaneous, reflexive, as if his body had a natural duty to protect her. After that, they laughed together, and Yushi asked in a soft but caring voice, "Are you okay?" Song Qian nodded with a smile, but Yushi's demeanor remained unchanged. He continued to walk beside her, making sure that not even the slightest danger could disturb her. More and more staff members are noticing this pattern. They see how Yushi always makes sure Song Qian doesn't work too hard, how he sometimes fetches a chair when he sees her looking tired, or how he approaches her every time she talks to another male actor. His attitude is never rude or domineering, but there is a clear aura of "I don't like to share" about him. One staff member even chuckled as he revealed, "If you see the two of them from a distance, you definitely think they're a couple. The way they look at each other is different." It cannot be denied that the chemistry between the two is very strong. But what makes everyone believe that there is something more is how they understand each other, without words. There are times when they don't talk at all, but still seem connected. Yushi seems to know when Song Qian is in a bad mood, when she is tired, when she needs space, and when she wants company. Conversely, Song Qian also seems to pay close attention to Yushi, such as when she offered her a warm drink after seeing Yushi looking exhausted after a long scene. These small interactions are often referred to as couple vibes by the staff. The question then arises, is all this just a form of affection between two artists who happen to get along well? Or is there something bigger developing quietly between them? The staff member closest to them made a comment that sent the entire internet into a frenzy. He said in a casual but meaningful tone, "One thing I can say for sure is, Ding Yuxi doesn't want to share Song Qian with anyone." The sentence spread like wildfire. Entertainment media, fan forums, and Chinese social media platforms were filled with speculation. Many felt that Yushi's protective attitude was a sign of his deeper feelings. And seeing how Song Qian always looked comfortable around him, many suspected that those feelings might be mutual. Unannounced relationships always have their own appeal, especially when the two people show such strong chemistry. Perhaps they themselves don't realize how deep their relationship has grown. Or maybe they choose to keep it a secret, hiding it behind smiles, glances, and small gestures that only the two of them understand. However, one thing is clear, every moment between them, no matter how small, has made many people believe that there is something more than just professional cooperation. And if it is true that Ding Yuxi does not want to share Song Qian with anyone, perhaps it is because he has found something in Song Qian that he does not want to let go of. Is this the beginning of a bigger story? Only time will tell. But for now, fans are already very happy to see how the two treat each other. The warmth, attention, and closeness that comes so naturally makes anyone who sees them wonder, could love really be present quietly, without needing to be announced, only shown through small actions that cannot be hidden?